Hi, this is another video in my rent to own series. Okay, where did we stop last time? I was talking about the sneaky way you can buy a home with rent to own. Alrighty, so what is rent to own? What kind of programs are available? And how do we go about starting the process? Okay, first of all, what's rent to own? Rent to own is the concept that if you cannot afford the down payment or if your credit score is not high enough, then you have a process through which you can go to get into a home that you will eventually buy from the rent-to-own program or from a rent-to-own owner. It actually works a little bit like applying for a loan, only the standards to enter the program are a little bit lower than applying for a loan because you're not applying for a federal loan, federally backed loan, you're applying for a private program. So the standards are a lot looser, but not too loose. You cannot just let anybody in because then everybody would rush to get into rent-to-own process. So what are the standards? The standards are, so there's multiple rent-to-own programs, and the one that I like the most is called Divvy Homes. Divvy Homes is like a national program that works in multiple states and multiple metro areas. What I like about them is, number one, they're national. That means that they have a lot of wrinkles in the legal process ironed out by their legal team. Number two, they're really big. It means that their account is huge. So when you enter to buy a rent-to-own program, there is always money that are available for you to secure your purchase. Number three, I like how organized they are. When I work with them, I'm never in doubt what we're doing or where we're in the process or why we're trying to do what we're trying to do. Their team is pretty organized and amazing. And number four, they really deliver good outcomes. I have worked with Divvy Homes in the past, and those have been one of the smoothest purchasing experiences I ever had. So compared to a fairly messy process that we have to go with loans, for example. So that's all about why I like Divvy Homes for right now, and then how do you get started. I'm going to spend a whole video on how you can get started with rent to own, but most importantly, you need to know that you cannot just come in and say, I want a rent to own home. What do you have available? You still need to qualify for a program. Number two, you need to realize that rent to own is not a home. So a lot of people ask me, what kind of homes do you have for rent to own? Any kind of homes, any home can be a rent to own home if a rent-to-own program purchases that home, right? Once the rent-to-own program purchases that home, any home can be a rent-to-own home. So from that standpoint, you start not by looking at homes not by saying, how do I find a home that's rent-to-own? You start by asking yourself, how do I qualify for a rent-to-own process? Okay,